Hey friends, today let's learn how to stitch a realistic looking Cosmo with some really cool texture. So I'm starting with a size 22 chenille needle with 4 strands of embroidery thread, and I'm going to begin this spiral trellis stitch. I'll include the link above if you have never tried this stitch. Definitely go check that out first. So I'm just starting with a back stitch to trace the outline of the circle. Now that the back stitch is complete, I'm going to bring my needle in the middle underneath one of the back stitches, and I'm going to slide my needle underneath a back stitch, wrap my thread around the needle, and pull this little loop toward the center. Now don't pull it too tight because we're going to be working with these loops in the next step, but you just repeat that for all the little back stitching that you made in the previous step. You always want to make sure your working thread is underneath your needle before you loop it around the top. Now that I've got my first row filled in, I'm going to go back around using the same step, but I'm going to add on to this stitch using the previous loops that we've created. And then once the middle is filled in as much as you'd like, you can bring your needle back down through the fabric through one of the tiny little loops and knot off on the back, and then you can go ahead and start filling in each little flower petal. So now I've switched to a size 10 embroidery needle, and I'm only using 2 strands of thread for this satin stitch. Now I'm doing that so my lines will be seamless, and the texture that it adds to this Cosmo flower I think is really fun because it gives those realistic looking lines on the petals that are on real Cosmo flowers. For each individual flower petal, I'm going to be stitching the petal lengthwise. I'm just following the same angle all throughout the shape of each individual flower petal. And there you have it. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned something new. If you did, please hit subscribe and I'll see you next time.